Akira Toriyama's popular Dragon Ball has introduced a slew of Super Saiyan transformations as its characters face increasingly formidable opponents across the several anime series that expand the franchise beyond Toriyama's core manga chapters. The concept of Super Saiyan 4 was introduced in the non-canonical anime series Dragon Ball GT. However, Toriyama's subsequent anime/manga series, Dragon Ball Super, began by introducing a new form called Super Saiyan God, before revealing even more powerful transformations. In today's video, we're now taking a deeper look at both of these transformations to discover which one is truly stronger and which one just looks better. So, stay tuned till the end in order to find out who takes the win. So, what exactly is Super Saiyan God? After the God of Destruction Beerus handily defeats Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the start of Dragon Ball Super, the long-standing protagonist scrambles to acquire a greater form in order to preserve the Earth. He discovers that by channeling the energy of 5 other Saiyans into himself, he can unlock the mythological form known as Super Saiyan God. Goku transforms after collecting this energy from Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, and his unborn granddaughter, Pan. Saiyan Superpower God reduces Goku's muscle mass from Super Saiyan 3 to his normal physique, while his hair turns blazing red and no longer hangs on end, giving him a fiery aura. Goku's speed and reflexes are much enhanced in this form, and he is able to stand toe-to-toe with Beerus in orbit over Earth for a time, impressing the God of Destruction enough to spare Earth and promise to train him. And what about Super Saiyan 4? Toward the end of GT's first major story arc, Goku had regrown his tail after being physically returned to a toddler, thanks to the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai. Despite this, he was unable to fight the Tuffle villain Baby, who had taken over Vegeta's body and restored his home planet near Earth. The sight of his home prompted Goku to turn into a big golden ape before Pan calmed him down, harnessing the great power and changing him into a Super Saiyan 4 for the first time. That's why if you showed somebody who understood very little about Dragon Ball an image of a typical Saiyan and an image of Super Saiyan 3, they might not be able to tell the difference. Super Saiyan 4 elegantly resolves this issue. This metamorphosis appears to be the logical next step in the evolution of a Saiyan. Super Saiyan 4 retains the black hair and monkey-like tail that are characteristic of all Saiyans. A coat of fur has sprouted across Super Saiyan 4, giving him a more monkey-like appearance. The hair is wilder without growing outrageously long and wild, as it did in Super 3. Super Saiyan 4's design feels like the meaner, bigger sibling of a typical Saiyan. It's something new and more powerful, yet it's still from the same family. Now that we are all up to date on Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God, how do they stack up against each other? 1. They can both absorb energy. Curiously, Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God have the ability to absorb energy strengths and repurpose them into their own abilities. Granted, Super Saiyan God suffers some depletion from this, but Super Saiyan 4 does not, but the consequences are far greater with Super Saiyan 4. 2. Instinct. Super Saiyan 4 is focused on resurrecting the raw, brute strength that defined Saiyans in their early days. As a result, Super Saiyan 4 takes a more aggressive approach to combat. In contrast, Super Saiyan God is all about anticipating and predicting the enemy's motions. It is a lot more of a terrifying approach, as most foes are completely overwhelmed and have no idea how to land a strike. 3. Time limit. One significant disadvantage of Super Saiyan 3 is that the form is so taxing on the user that it can only be sustained for a short period of time. This is also true for Super Saiyan God, but not for Super Saiyan 4. That being said, even after Goku loses his God form, he retains his strength in his base form. It is shown that if one becomes comfortable enough with the transition, they can imprint and still tap into God's powers, even though they appear to be lost. 4. Immunity to dark magic. The presence of dark magic and its capacity to consume and taint characters is a frequent theme in the Dragon Ball video games. It's terrifying to watch great fighters such as Super Saiyan 4 Goku afflicted by evil energy. However, One advantage of Super Saiyan Gods is that they are resistant to Demigra's dark magic, and it stands to reason that they are also immune to Majin's manipulation. 5. Activation requirements. Super Saiyan 4 ushers in a new era in the Dragon Ball franchise, but it's a new level of Super Saiyan with many more steps than any of the previous transformations. There are multiple procedures required to obtain Super Saiyan 4 status, the most important of which is to have Blutz waves. These are the waves produced by seeing the entire Earth in the sky, but they can also be artificially reproduced to speed up the process. While in Super Saiyan, Goku must go through a rite involving 6 Saiyans with pure hearts. In principle, this exercise could be a real hustle, but the ritual also provides the individual with access to all of their energy, allowing them to become more connected. In any case, it's an additional hoop to go through that Super Saiyan 4 can quickly overcome. 6. The looks. This is getting a little petty, but aesthetics matter a lot, especially in anime. It is critical for a shift to be powerful, but if it's as ugly as Sin, no one will be excited about it. When compared to the other Saiyan transformations shown in Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan 4 is clearly the odd one out. The hair color shift and peculiar aura of Super Saiyan 4 deviate from the established trend. This departure irritated some followers, yet it is precisely why the transformation is so remarkable. Super Saiyan 4 is significantly more memorable than Super Saiyan 2, which differs only slightly from the fundamental Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 4 has more character and reveals more about the characters. Super Saiyan Blue appears to be a retread of past designs from a visual aspect. When characters gain power and take on new forms, the design should reflect that shift in power. The greater the shift in appearance, the more effectively the change in authority is transmitted. Of course, the more unique the appearance, the better the design. There are numerous examples of incredibly unusual changes that do not result in superb design. Frieza changed forms several times while on planet Namek, but only his last incarnation was famous. The fandom mostly forgot and dismissed all of his other incarnations. Super Saiyan 4, on the other hand, manages to be something fresh while still feeling like a Saiyan transformation. Super Saiyan God, on the other hand, introduces a refined, godly look. A Saiyan's hair turns a vivid red in this form, and its overall appearance becomes more streamlined and ethereal. The color palette changes to a gentle red, symbolizing the transformation's divine character. Super Saiyan God exudes purity and divine vitality, yet some fans say that it lacks Super Saiyan 4's assertiveness and powerful presence. We understand that the visual preference for one metamorphosis over another is subjective and frequently depends on personal taste. Super Saiyan 4 appeals to fans of a more primal and passionate appearance, whereas Super Saiyan God appeals to fans of a sleeker and more godlike form. Both transformations have their own appeal and significance in the Dragon Ball series. But in all honesty, Super Saiyan God's approach is far less impressive, although it does lend some color to the Saiyan's hair in a funny way. Now, to answer which Super Saiyan transformation is the most powerful, well, Super Saiyan 4 is a continuation of Super Saiyan 3, albeit with a more animalistic appearance due to the harnessing of the Great Golden Ape's energies into a humanoid form. Goku and Vegeta can battle on a higher level. Still, Goku has often struggled with power consumption, reverting to his kid form prematurely due to the energy needs of fusing into Gogeta and failing to defeat Super Android 17 in a separate confrontation. Even the first appearance of Super Saiyan 4 required Goku to take a strength boost from Gohan, Trunks, Goten, and Pen in order to defeat Baby, casting doubt on its supremacy easily. While Super Saiyan God undoubtedly strains the body quickly, with Goku unable to maintain it for the duration of his fight against Beerus, the increase in speed and combat instincts allows him to fight on a more equal footing against gods themselves, as the form's name implies. While more powerful transformations were featured later in Super, the manga depicts Vegeta using the form to take advantage of Super Saiyan God's increased speed before transforming into Super Saiyan Blue to execute crushing punches. And so the verdict is yes, Super Saiyan God is unquestionably more powerful than Super Saiyan 4. If Super Saiyan 4 is a menace to the galaxy, Super Saiyan God is a threat to the entire universe. The universe has around 2 trillion galaxies, so you can imagine the huge power disparity between them. You can tell how powerful Super Saiyan God is by the fact that the shockwaves created while Goku fought Beerus destroyed several worlds. But even so, Dragon Ball began as a semi-adaptation of Journey to the West, a well-known Chinese book about the Monkey King, Sun Wukong. To better fit the narrative of Sun Wukong, Goku was originally meant to be a complete monkey. That design was subsequently altered, but Goku was able to retain his tail. In Super Saiyan 4, Goku returns to his previous appearance by incorporating additional monkey-like traits. In other words, Super Saiyan 4 transforms Son Goku into the Monkey King he was always meant to be. That's why, in a street fight, I'd rather have Super Saiyan 4 behind me than a scrawny-looking Super Saiyan God. Because Broly was able to beat Goku and Vegeta in their SS God forms, Goku just looks more SS4-ish than God. But what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think looks better, Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan 4? Please share with us in the comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate your support.